Good morning, I'm Jerome. I run the fight. I know. I said I was gonna take today off, but I also said at the end of the video that I felt good and I'm gonna see how I feel. Guess what? So, about to run this mile and do these 8 strides. I've been lacking on the shadow boxing. I'm gonna shadow box 3 rounds today. And I'm gonna talk about my son, one of the proudest moments in my life, one of my proudest accomplishments in my life, Jerome Bryant Jr. So stay tuned. Enough talking. Was this a good idea? Too late now. Speed up from that tree to that bush. Good morning. One more time. That tree. That bush.
Halfway point, 1 mile to go. Time, 14 minutes, 19 seconds. Average pace, 14:19 per mile.
I said I was gonna take off today. I just ran a 14-minute, 19-second mile, which isn't bad, but it could be better. And once you start doing something so much and you enjoy it, it's the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning. I open my eyes. I'm still in the bed. I open my eyes. First thing that pops in my head is, what workout do I have today? Do I have burpees today? Oh, today's running. I can't wait to get out there and run to fight. You start craving it, and next thing you know, you're doing it every day. And next thing you know, you've reached your goal. You know, I was once, I mentioned in the previous video,
Pausing workout.
the heaviest I've been was 325 pounds. You know, I got down to 217. I'm about 250 right now. I'm trying to get down to 217, 215. And when I was flirting with the idea of turning pro boxing, I was working with a guy named Freddie Norwood. Check out the picture. Shout out to Freddie Norwood, you know what I'm saying? He's a professional boxer. He beat Juan Manuel Marquez, the guy that beat Manny Pacquiao. So he knows how to get in shape. He's a champion, had several belts at one time. And he always told me, if you have a goal, you don't stop until you get to that goal, period. It's the true definition of no days off. And I'm really seeing that come to fruition, like right before my eyes. I'm working out every day, even when I don't feel like working out the previous day. When it's time for the next workout, I'm ready. Enough talking. We running to fight, man. We running to fight. I feel good about myself after I finish running. I have confidence. I can face anything throughout the rest of my day with confidence because I went running this morning. Run to fight. Got 2 more, man. Let's go. Good looking out. A good friend of my girls give us these drinks. Shout out to Mika. This shit better be good for you because it's nasty to me. No, it ain't that nasty, but the celery is really prominent. The ginger and the lemon. But the beets, I could do without. So I want to talk today about my pride and joy, Jerome Bryant Jr. You're my pride and joy. You're my baby boy. When they ask me how I feel about you, I say, do I love you? Yeah. Am I crazy about you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. To me, A man's greatest accomplishment or greatest pride is having a son, having a daughter, having a child, period. But a son, a man having a son, you want to teach that son everything that you know. You want him to learn from your experiences. You don't want him to make the same mistakes that you made. You want him to be like you, but better. At least that's the way I saw it. I was always an athlete. I played basketball and football. I was always a basketball player, but I had to, because of my size, I had to use what God gave me. I transitioned to football, and the footwork from basketball helped me in football. And so, but I always, me being an athlete, I always knew I was going to train my son. And, you know, an athlete with a son, you say you're going to push him hard. You're going to work him out hard. There's going to be no excuses. And that was my attitude. And he was fortunate enough to earn a full basketball scholarship to Central Washington University. And it brought tears to my eyes. It brought tears to my eyes when I got that phone call, because everything had worked. It was all worth it. All of the times when we didn't feel like working out, the weather, I didn't feel like it, he didn't feel like it. It was all worth it. It was all worth it. Everything that we went through. His mother and I didn't see eye to eye all the time, but she allowed him to spend, time with me that I wanted to spend, and that, there were times that probably she didn't want to let him go. And she deserves a ton of credit as well. But Jerome Jr. just way exceeded my expectations, and I'm getting choked up right now even thinking about it. You always want your son, to finish school, high school, go to college, but let alone get a scholarship and have him pay for 4 years of an education. And I don't want to say all we did, because by any means it's not, I don't want to devalue it, but all we did was work out, and make good use of our time. So he's doing good now. He's graduated from college. He has his BS in exercise science. That's an awesome thing. What took me by surprise is he didn't come back to Los Angeles once he finished school. He stayed in Washington, and he's doing excellent. Has his own place, own car, job. He's a personal trainer for some high school kids in Washington. Washington is a huge basketball state. Gonzaga is in Washington. They just went to the championship and lost to Baylor, but who knows what's going to happen. He's coaching at the high school. They won the state championship last year, so his future's looking bright. I couldn't be more proud of him. Couldn't be more proud. He stayed in Washington. He didn't come back to Los Angeles. He felt like that was the best move, and it's working out. And he's moving forward. Maybe he felt like coming back to Los Angeles would have been a step backwards. LA ain't going nowhere. And unfortunately, it's things in Los Angeles that's not going to ever change. And he just had to get out of Los Angeles to progress instead of regress. So, he's out there running to fight, and I couldn't be more proud of him. Share in the comments for me how y'all think the videos are going, or some topics y'all want to hear me touch on. But until the next workout, continue to run to fight. Do what you hate, but love it. Struggle to be normal so much that it's normal to struggle. And pain is progress. And I'll see y'all for the next workout. Peace.